It appears your bill to reduce abusive public records requests while maintaining transparent access may soon be heading to the governor. So how does that feel after all these years of work that you've put into this?
Very good, very good. We did put a lot of work into it, especially this last year where we had at least 5 separate stakeholder meetings, and they were attended by 40 to 45 people on the average from all places in the realm, such as port districts and school districts and cities and counties and so forth that have been adversely affected by especially egregious, vexatious public records requests, and the old law could do nothing to help all these entities put up with it. So they were forced to comply, and very expensive, and some of them were just for no reason at all, these requests were made. So this bill was very needed, and we've had a lot of compliments on getting it as far as we have, but it passed the House and then just recently passed the Senate with one minor change, which we agree with, so it should be headed for the governor's office.
So what would the bill do?
Well, it would create a small charge or minor charge for requesters when they ask for records, although that charge could be waived if it's a small amount or an easy request. Some of these requests are very complicated, and sometimes it creates an issue where the municipality may have to call in expert IT people and have to redo their software and to come up with the proper response and do it legally. So that can be very, very expensive. So we've got a system that will charge, and it gives the requester advance notice on what the charge would be, and we're hoping it would help narrow their request. And of course, if they're a vexatious requester, they're just there to harass the entity, that mean that they would hopefully stop doing it.
You have 2 other bills that are advancing. Tell us about those.
Well, one of them helps businesses, and it's it's a form that they have to fill out if they want to have a preference, a tax preference, for example. And so it simplifies the form, makes it more friendly user. We found out a year ago that one business entity received a $600,000 penalty because they filled the improper line. They filled out the form, they just put it on the wrong line. 100% penalty, even though no taxes owing. So we got a bill to fix that. This just helps make the whole form easier, so hopefully those mistakes won't occur again. The second bill has to do with the title company industry. And they were having a lot of problems with the Office of Insurance Commissioner setting rates for them when the office didn't really have the correct information. They tried to do it on their own, and it really caused some big problems. So now we have a reporting agency in this bill that has some title members on it that can help come up with the proper answers and analysis to come up with the proper rates. So that will help, and that passed both houses unanimously.
Only a few days remain before the scheduled end of the legislative session on April 23rd. So what issues need to be wrapped up in the final days?
Well, right now we're working on the real ID issue that a lot of people are concerned about, not being able to even get on an airplane without the proper ID. So that's created a lot of strife and issues about trying to get that passed. That's a timeliness piece. But overall, it's the budget, of course, the operating budget primarily. The Senate's proposed theirs, which is basically a property tax and a levy swap. The House Democrats, of course, control the House. They've come up with a budget that increases taxes. Capital gains tax, real estate excise tax, B&O tax increase, big tax package. So obviously the two sides got to get together and try to resolve that issue, and that may take us past April 23rd when we're supposed to be done here.
As you finish the regular session, what are your plans for the interim?
Well, I hope to meet with many of my constituents when I get home and catch up on lots of things. But we're actually going to have 2 offices split amongst the 2 representatives and our senator, one in Walla Walla and one in Pasco, so that we can reach out and the community can reach out to us more easily. Our information is on the website, and it will be shown here shortly, so I hope people will contact us with their issues.